Yo, what is going on, my YouTube people? 2099 back here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing about something that I did not really expect to make this time around this season. We're going to be talking about this sudden rise of Arsenal Football Club. But before we get into any of that, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. It would really help me as well. All my social links, my TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, all those links will be down in the description for you guys to check out and follow. I will be more than happy to talk to you guys over there as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I don't think many people really thought Arsenal would go ahead and still be first this time around this season. They have definitely improved over the past few years and they are doing exceptionally well. How did they go from the laughing stock of England to now being a very respected club by many people around the world who, like I said, didn't really think that Arsenal would really be at this position today? Well, we're going to get into what's going on behind the scenes and what's going on the pitch as well. It is important to know that Arsenal are, at the time being, still first. They have a game to play against Manchester United. I'm not sure if this video will be uploaded during that time frame, but no matter what happens in that game, they will still be first. I must say this. To start off the video, you just have to give immense amounts of respect for Mikel Arteta, who a lot of people, including Arsenal fans, wanted him gone when he wasn't really producing the best of results. But they decided to trust him and keep him, and look where that has headed for him now. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's now currently above the manager that he was working with at Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, and I think it's beautiful to see Arsenal coming back on top. And there's a lot of reasons as to why. It's not all entirely due to them being a good team as well. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from them, but it must be said with the team itself. I mean, they bought a few players in the season, in Gabriel Jesus, for example, which I believe was probably the biggest addition. I mean, he's been huge for Arsenal pre his injury. He got injured at the World Cup, and I'm not sure how long he is out for, but he is currently not in the squad. Gabriel Jesus has done a fantastic job for Arsenal. Definitely a player to acknowledge for the Arsenal team. And all the other players that were seemingly kind of struggling last season, Martinelli, he had a few good games, but wasn't necessarily the best. Same goes to Bukayo Saka, Odegaard as well. These players have seemed to come alive. They're back. They've been revived. Martinelli, Odegaard especially, who's just topped the Premier League Player of the Month. It's really good for his career considering he's been through a lot, having been the best at Real Madrid where he was deemed to be a great player over there. I mean, now he's coming to the Prem and bossing it with Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli is doing his job. He's doing very, very good for Arsenal. And then we got Bukayo Saka, which some would say would be Arsenal's player of the season. All these other players, Granit Xhaka, he's been fantastic as well. The defending has been good. A player that we haven't really seen too much would be Takahiro Tomiyasu. That's because he's been injured as well. Hasn't really been able to showcase what he's capable of. He's a brilliant player, a brilliant defender. He's shown it at Bologna and the Serie A. In all, I just think that the whole Arsenal team should be acknowledged because they've all been really good. And then there's the keeper as well, Aaron Ramsdale, who's been fantastic. You just have to acknowledge it. No matter what team you support, they've all just been fantastic. Then it goes to the manager, Mikel Arteta, who was struggling, wasn't doing that well. I still remember the game against Olympiacos. I think it was his first year in charge, or it may have been his second in Europa League against Olympiacos. Yeah, when it was Youssef El Arabi who scored that last-minute goal, who essentially knocked out Arsenal. And at that time in hand, a lot of people were criticizing that Arsenal team and criticizing Mikel Arteta, and rightfully so. I mean, they weren't good. Was that going to be the end of Mikel Arteta? What was going on? No one was trusting Arteta. I think he also became a laughingstock for many fans of other teams in the Premier League, such as Tottenham, City, United, Chelsea. The whole philosophy of the club has changed. The owners, to my knowledge, are not the best for Arsenal. They're definitely maybe better than some at United or some other clubs, but they're not terrible from what I know and I've seen from Arsenal fans who have educated me on that subject. But I will say this, I do think that they can definitely do better in some sort compared to the last years where they haven't really been the best. I felt like there's a lot of times where they needed a transfer and they never got to do it. They've also bought a few players that haven't done much yet. I'm looking mainly towards Sambi Lokonga, who's a very young player. I'm certain he's going to be very good in the future, but I'm not going to say he hasn't been impressive, but he hasn't really been the best so far, not a key player anyway. But it really does have to come to the players who are just in form. They are crazy, doing so good, and watching an Arsenal team like that is refreshing. It's not your typical City and Liverpool that are always the ones that are doing well. Arsenal, a team that hasn't been doing well for a very long time, are finally coming back. Now, it really does beg the question, will they be able to continue this until the end of the season? Because I'm expecting a lot of people to still back City or even maybe United. We're going to get to that later. And I must say this, so far, and this is actually in my personal opinion, in my personal experience, I don't know about you guys can let me know down in the comment section down below, but it seems that every single time that I've doubted Arsenal, Arsenal and said, nah, I don't think they're going to win against City, or I don't think they're going to win against this team. They've done it. They overcame that team, and they've just been fantastic. It must be said, there are some blame to be shifted towards other teams such as Liverpool, Chelsea, and City, who haven't been doing well. I mean, City have been doing well, but in regards to City, probably should have not lost or tied to a few teams, and that has really slowed down their process. There's teams like Chelsea or Liverpool who are just simply underperforming. It has to be said. They're not doing well. And those are teams that, frankly, should be higher in the standings. But then you've got teams like Newcastle and Fulham that are above Chelsea and Liverpool currently, which is not a normal thing to see at all. It's not like the title race is, this small. I mean, they're kind of getting a bigger gap. And if they win against United, then that gap will be even bigger. I think that's what's impressive is I don't want to write them off this time, because the last time I did against other big teams, well, they won against them. I'll give you another example as well. United played Arsenal in the beginning of the season and they won against Arsenal. So United is the only team that has managed to beat Arsenal. Will there be a repeat? Who knows? At the time of the video, at least they haven't played yet. So regardless of that result, still, I will be saying this. I think Arsenal are still in the clear. I think they can maybe afford to lose 1 or maybe 2 games. Not what they're definitely planning. I think they're planning to beat every single team. Arteta has done a very good job with the team. I mean, you can definitely feel that the team chemistry within that Arsenal squad is very big. The players enjoy playing football there. It seems that everything is going well at Arsenal, and it's refreshing because the fans, I'm not an Arsenal fan at all. I can only feel for them because they have been suffering for so long. They haven't been able to really enjoy their club. So I want to see what you guys think about Arsenal. Do you guys think this is all a question of luck? Do you guys think they deserve to be first? What do you guys think is to blame for Arsenal being first? Is it the other teams simply underperforming, or is it just Arsenal simply being too good this season? And you must give your commands and your acknowledgements to that Arsenal team that have been just simply fantastic. I mean, there are a few players that haven't been the best, but in general, I think their attack have been amazing. I think some of the midfielders have been nice. Their defense have been nice. And Aaron Ramsdale as well in net has been fantastic. So it all begs the question of, do you guys think Arsenal will win the Premier League this season? Let me know. Anyways, that'll be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to drop a subscription, like the video. That helps me a lot. All my social links will be down in the description for you guys. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys about this subject over there as well. And that's going to be the end for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Damn, I'm on red alert. Now she went up in the dirt, man. I don't want